I look
Excuse
fat
me?
though.
No, you don't look fat at all. What the hell? You don't look fat at all. You just not used to being thick.
I'm not used to being thick. Okay.
Like these thighs, bro, they're my size. Like
First of all, okay.
what?
Can we talk a little bit more?
XYXX.
Okay. Should we say hi? Because we haven't
Hi.
been back in a long time.
I know.
And actually, you know what's crazy? I ran into an old friend and she was like, "Oh, I saw you and Viv aren't friends anymore because, you know, we were teasing in the last episode that we had some beef."
What?
And
they didn't. Did she watch the whole thing?
She obviously didn't watch the episode.
Out of context.
Out of context.
Hello?
It's for clickbait and it didn't even work.
What? We would never not be friends. That's crazy.
No, I
I'm
know.
offended. I'm offended.
Me too, but I guess they just wouldn't know.
Okay.
Yeah. How are you feeling with the microphone, like freehand?
I like it. I don't mind it. How do you feel about it?
I like it too, but how do you feel that it sounds?
I feel like we sound
There's a difference, right?
clearer.
Really?
Like I feel like I'm listening to a podcast while I'm talking to you.
That's what's happening. Cheers.
Cheers. Look at our disco balls.
Oh my God. These cups are amazing. And that drink is amazing. It's a little strong.
I wish it didn't have the pulp though. It's not giving for
Really? Okay, let me
for
go back in
alcohol.
for the pulp. Okay. So you're moving.
I'm moving to the West Coast.
Yeah. Which has been your dream
Yeah,
for years.
since I was 12.
And it's part of the reason why I've been like not wanting to record, because
Oh yeah?
it's kind of like when my grandpa was dying. So I was like
Avoid it.
avoidant.
Oh, you have some avoidant tendencies. We should talk about that.
I do.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry to break your heart.
Yeah. Sure you
And
are.
no, I am. I'm breaking my heart too. Like this, it's not an easy transition, but I am excited. It's a new journey
You
for
should
me.
tell them
and-
where you're moving.
No, cause stalkers.
Okay, but it's where Twilight was filmed. Okay.
It's giving
It's on Netflix now. It's on Netflix now, and we just watched Twilight. Now
Yeah.
we gotta watch New Moon.
Okay.
Yes.
When are you guys watching it?
Well, my man has a thing where he needs to watch something
While he eats?
While he eats.
I understand.
Really?
That's like one of my favorite things to do.
That's why you always hang up on me.
I literally will go a whole day and be like, I can't wait to go home and watch something. But I have to have something to watch because I hate wasting my time looking for something to watch and my food is on my lap. It's like,
Yeah. You know what's crazy? You always say like, "Oh, I watch a lot of shows," and in my head, I'm like, "How do you have time? Because you're so busy."
yeah.
And so now I understand.
Well, I binge watch shows. So I watch them on my lunch break or like while I'm cooking or washing the dishes. I'll
Okay.
put my phone up and watch shows.
Okay.
It's like my escape. Before bed, I watch shows. I mean, I literally am always watching something.
I want to talk about your move.
Are we like having a therapy session?
I feel like we should.
You waited for now? I
Yeah.
talk to you every fucking day.
I know. Actually, we said, well, before this, I was like, we should save our conversation for the episode,
Right.
but we still ended up talking on the phone.
Well, I think we talk endlessly though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we
Like
could
there's
just
no
keep on
fucking
going.
stopping.
I have not processed it.
Neither have I. It does keep me up at night a lot.
And it's a few months away.
Can you stop? Like this is I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot of pressure right
So
now.
what does this mean? Like, what does this mean for the pod? Tell them.
Why are you like this?
I'm being like, this is for real.
We're gonna have to do virtual or something.
I know. I was thinking like maybe get into segments or something, and then
Okay.
like,
Where I'm just featured for like what? Like a few minutes?
oh my
Or-
god, not a few minutes.
Yeah, I would hope
I don't know.
not.
I haven't thought about it.
You should just move to the West Coast. Fuck New York.
You know, I think this whole country's.
Yeah, we are. Guys, the economy is bad right now.
It's a scary place to be right now.
Immigrants
Let me tell you guys
getting
something.
deported left and right.
Getting deported. Job market in the toilet. Toilet sounds in the background because AI is taking over. We had to talk about this.
We did.
You were not pleased. I know it.
I know. I actually had a talk with someone else about the AI thing and how you were saying how I need to keep up. And, you know, he agreed with you.
You're offended. I know, but.
And we went back and forth and he told me I was being prideful. And I was like, I guess. And then he said we can agree to disagree.
Aww.
And I was like.
I knew you were annoyed.
I'm not annoyed. I feel strongly about how I feel, but I'm not annoyed at you.
You know why? It's because you're a naturalist.
Yeah.
You like to go against the grain. You
think so?
Well, in certain aspects, yeah.
Okay.
I think you're strong with your values.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so when it comes to AI and everyone jumping on the bandwagon, Viv is like, no, we don't need AI.
He was like, that's like when internet came out and everyone just wanted to use an encyclopedia. But I think it's a little different because even with the internet, you have to do the research to get the information, right?
Yes.
AI just displays it for you. There's no...
Well, you still have to ask the question.
Right. That's what he said. Ugh. Can't fucking stand you guys.
It's a faster, newer internet. Let me tell you guys something.
That's what he said. He's like, it's a waste of time to go back and forth when you can just get... And I'm like, but I don't think it's a waste of time because I don't think I need to think that hard. Maybe in certain areas where I haven't had to use it that way.
She says she's smarter than y'all guys.
I'm not saying I'm smarter than y'all, but I'm well spoken. I could write a letter without having to use ChatGPT or whatever.
Yes.
Or like, I know like he uses it to create recipes.
Okay.
I feel like that's a creative aspect of myself that I enjoy exploring. I don't want something.
You're a great cook. You might not need it for cooking.
Yeah, but I would rather figure that out myself. I feel like that's more satisfying.
I think that's admirable. Like genuinely, I think people are lazy, and I think you're not. I think that's amazing. I think you challenge yourself, and there's a lot of people out there that are like, I'm not gonna use AI. Like in a work meeting, in a team meeting, on the screen, I was like, let's just ask ChatGPT. Why not? And like 2 of my coworkers kind of looked away. And I was like, oh, some people are against it. But it's, yeah.
I do think it's useful. I think it's just scary. I don't think humans, we have a way of not being able to... I don't know if it's that we're like immature. I don't know what the word would be, but I just feel like in a way we just don't know how to handle certain accessibilities.
Yes.
You know, like even like we've seen the effects of social media. I mean, it's literally crippled like social interaction, especially for like younger generations. It's made everything so different. Even relationships. We had an episode on that. So like, what is this going to do for us now? I mean, people don't have to think as much.
They don't.
In certain aspects, I guess it does save you time. But like, guys, how much easier do we want everything to be? I mean, I don't know. Like, we can't stop using our brain. We can't. I can't stop using it. And then you're telling me like, you have to get with it, but I just feel like it's already automatically incorporated. I don't really have a choice.
Yes.
It's already there, but I'm not going to go out of my way now.
Which you did raise a good point, because basically, guys, we were having a talk and I was like, Viv, you need to get with it or you're going to get lost, because this is how, like, where we're moving towards as a society. Even in education, like, your son be talking about it and he's 8.
Yeah.
So like, it's out there. But I think it's important to have people like you that also challenge the idea, because I think you're right. People are getting dumb. And, you know, our president is aligning. Well, y'all's president is aligning with that because he cut funding for education. So,
yeah. And also, with that being said, not about Trump, but like AI is taking over the arts industry.
Oh yeah, not just the arts industry, computer science.
I mean, everything. It's gonna just, I feel like, take the soul out of so many things. If you don't have people taking the photos or creating the videos or the advertisements that you see, I don't know.
yeah,
It just takes the soul out of things. And maybe that's not important to some people, but I do think that that energy exchange, the effort that you put towards being creative and putting something together for someone else's pleasure or
yeah.
view is like, you're gonna strip that away.
I mean, our cover art is AI. My LinkedIn photo is AI.
See,
My
that's
emails
weird.
are mainly AI.
Why do you need AI for your LinkedIn photo? You couldn't just find a white wall in your house and take a really nice photo?
I did, but I was wearing like a church dress and the background was like clearly my aunt's house or like my grandma's house or something. So I was like, can you enhance this to make it look professional? And it did. My LinkedIn photo.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We'll see where this is.
When I took
headed.
my LinkedIn photo, I put on my white shirt. I found a nice wall in my room and I put on my ring light. And I took some nice pictures.
Well, you're also a photographer. So
it don't matter no more.
Yeah.
Because of AI.
I
Who gives a fuck?
It's crazy. So many industries are being affected. Accounting.
It's just
tech,
taking, like, guys,
even medicine.
Guys, this is getting scary. I mean, we're literally putting a lot in the hands of a computer. What is AI? Is it a system, or I don't want to sound dumb.
Different companies start programs that can respond to people's questions, concerns.
Well, it's artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So basically, we're putting our knowledge in the hands of artificial intelligence.
Yeah, but it's not always correct. Like, I think I sent you screenshots where I asked ChatGPT who's our president, and it literally was saying Joe Biden. So weird.
There's another thing too that someone showed me where I don't know if it was ChatGPT, but basically they changed it so that it always says like more reaffirming or positive things.
Yes.
So someone like said something ridiculous and it was like being supportive of
the ridiculousness. I was gonna say I saw a statistic today that said that people are experiencing more delusions because ChatGPT is just reaffirming of the things you're telling it. It's not questioning you.
That's really scary. Like if you say you support like, I don't know, Nazi beliefs or something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like supporting you or suicide or so. I don't know.
Yeah, but you have to leverage it for things that you.
But this is what I'm saying. Like people we're not like mature enough.
We're not
to handle to handle these things.
I agree with you.
There's sane people, but then there's people that might have really ridiculous thoughts and they are now. Think about people who like, because there's really people out there who exist who have no friends, no family, no romance.
Live in bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah, like nothing going, right? And this person's like, oh, I feel suicidal. And then maybe ChatGPT will be like, yeah, sure.
Well, I think legally, when it comes to things like that, like if I ask it a health question, it'll be like, but make sure you speak to your healthcare provider.
Yeah.
A law question, well, but make sure you speak to a law thing. So I think if you were like, I want to die,
it would redirect you?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But I've never put that in there, so I don't know.
We should test it out. Just type in ridiculous things. We should say we want to overthrow the government and see what it says.
No, I think it would like report
what is this,
us.
a communism? We can't even say we want to overthrow. This is a
peaceful
joke.
Protest. You are
joke.
Fascist.
We're constantly consuming so much information.
Yeah. But I think like in the same way where we grew up in the era where we were transitioning from beepers and house phones to cell phones where you had to pay for minutes
I know, yeah.
to now where it's unlimited. I think we're just naturally experiencing a change. It
with
just
like
doesn't
AI.
feel, yeah. Or just
Yeah,
in general,
I just think
everything.
everything is happening so rapidly. Like I think that our generation, we at least got to see it unfold, and
Yeah.
it has unfolded very quickly. I mean, think about when the first iPhone came out.
Yeah.
I think I was like in 5th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and the progression to now, and it's almost like we never stopped to really think about how much we've progressed. Like, remember when we had to press a keyboard 3 times on our phone to get the letter
Oh,
ABC,
yes.
like
I'm
to get the
still
letter
so good at
C?
that.
Like,
I just want to put that out there.
yeah, I mean, I was a fucking pro girl. I would be texting all day.
Stop. Yeah.
Bring back the flip phones.
Apparently, the new iPhone will be a flip phone. I saw it. And I know that because my man liked the video where it said, and he commented saying, I'm about to hang up on my girl so fast. Like, what the heck?
It's so satisfying to fold the phone.
Yeah.
Like
Remember when razors were a thing? I never
I
had
had
one.
a razor.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you're cool.
I liked it. It was cute.
We'll insert the razor phone here because actually our audience is more Gen Z, which technically
No, look it up. You could see what it says. They all came in all different colors. They were so cute. They were so thin. They were like the thing.
and
Yeah.
when it closed,
What about Boost Mobiles? You remember when people had those and it was almost like a walkie-talkie?
Boost Mobiles. I remember
Yeah.
Blackberries. That was the wave.
That was like more high school era for me.
Okay.
It was like either you were a Blackberry person or a Sidekick person. The Sidekick though?
Sidekick, yeah. I had the
Stop.
Sidekick slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You never had the one that would like.
I
That was the
did.
last one that they made. Why
I
did they discontinue those?
I don't know. It was a fire concept.
I know.
They could have kept going with that.
The best thing about the Sidekick though was that you can use aim on it. That was the selling point.
Oh my God. I was obsessed.
I was obsessed with aim. I even so when I was in middle school, I couldn't use aim obviously at school. So there was this thing, I think it was called like AOL Express or something like that, and you can still sign on. So I would do that every time I was in computer class. I would just be like on AOL.
And your teacher never noticed.
And no, he was like this old white dude.
Are we sounding like boomers right now?
And he would just sit at his desk and have us play games. Like he wouldn't interact with us.
Actually, this is how I know I'm getting old, because nowadays people be like, "Oh, how old are you?" Younger people, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm 28," and they're like, "Oh, it's okay," like making me try to make me feel better.
I've never gotten that before.
I've been getting that from younger people because they don't expect it, so they think I'm young like them, and then they're like, "But it's all right. Like, you don't have to make me feel better."
Yeah, stop
I'm happy in my age.
Honestly, I know I just turned 30, but like it's a nice space. I like this space. What?
We didn't even talk about that since, right?
What are you talking about?
We haven't posted since your birthday.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, either way, Vivi celebrated a birthday, guys.
I did.
It was a huge milestone in your life.
I know. I'm happy I'm here. I've made it this far.
I know. 3 decades. That's so amazing.
I know.
You know what fucked me up? And we talked about this, but when I read something that was like, when you turn a year, it's the year that you just finished.
Yes.
So like when you turn 1 year old,
you just finished your first year.
You just finished your first year.
So basically, I am now entering my 31st year. I just completed my 30th year. Yeah.
That's insane.
It does make kind of like more sense a little bit.
It does make sense, but I'm like, damn,
I just feel like I'm lying
old
to everyone.
Yeah.
So technically, you're in your 29th year.
My 19th year, but 29?
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, I remember my 20th birthday. Like, it was yesterday. Like, that shit just happened.
I was with you for your 19th birthday.
Yes, I remember that.
I know. It's so crazy.
I know.
We're growing
It was
old
such
together.
a nice day outside. I remember that. And I had short hair. Yeah, we went on the trampoline.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Aww. Stop.
And now I'm 30.
But it's
what the fuck?
10 years have gone by and it's been very transformative. We've seen each other through so many phases of life.
I know. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm so thankful, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So I was thinking.
You're so beautiful.
You're so beautiful.
Stop.
I really am obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you too.
Yeah. So I saw this video of like this podcast and they were doing the boyfriend tag. So I thought we should do the best friend tag as like a segment.
Okay. How do we do it?
We just look up the questions. Okay, so I just asked ChatGPT, what are the questions? Okay. And here it is, all the questions.
Yay, let's do it. I'm so excited.
Right? I was like, let's do a little segment. We never do segments. So, when and how did we meet?
Oh my God. So we met when I was 18 and you were 16.
Mm-hmm.
You're going into your sophomore year, right? Or you were going to your junior year.
Yeah.
And I was a freshman in college.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen you in the mall. And my ex was like, that girl's a bitch.
So.
And I was like, really? And I looked over at you and I was like, she's really pretty. Like, that's what I thought to myself. But I didn't think anything else of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the mall with my friend. And I was saying how I needed a second job because I already had a full-time job.
Okay.
I literally was like, I need a second job. And then I'm walking down the mall and you come up to me. You're like, do you want to work here? And I'm like, what the hell?
The
like
universe. It was literally meant to be.
I know. And then I was like, sure. Like, what the hell? Like, I just said I needed a job. So then, yeah, we just, I started working. I didn't meet you my first day, though.
Yes.
And then the first day, it was just me and you.
Mm-hmm.
And we just like literally
clicked
talked.
instantly.
Yeah, the whole time. I remember you sang to me.
Mm-hmm.
You were like, yeah, you were like, I can sing. And I was
I
like,
did?
really?
Ew.
Yeah. And you sang Halo. And I got the chills. And I was like, oh my God, she's fucking good. Like,
Wow.
yeah, you did that.
Thanks. I don't
Yeah.
remember that part, but my perspective is my boss at the time saw you walking and he was like, that's Viviana.
How did he know me? What the
No
hell?
clue. But he was like,
That's so weird.
she's so hot. I don't think baddie was a thing yet. But
He said hot? I thought he said pretty.
pretty, beautiful,
Okay.
sexy. I don't know.
No, not sexy.
Stunning,
I hate sexy.
gorgeous, gorgina. That's what he said. And as a joke, I was like, and by the way, we used to work in the kiosk in the mall that would ask you to sing, model, act,
Or dance.
or dance. And he was like, oh my gosh, she's so hot. And you were like walking. So as a joke, I went up to her and I was like, do you need a job? So it's just funny how it was meant to be because
I know, because I had literally said that.
yeah, the universe just
I know, aligned us. But yeah, we talked that whole shift and then we walked home together.
Yep.
And you took a picture
I
that
do.
day
And
and you
that's
still
still your
have the
contact
picture.
photo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've been friends ever since.
Yep. You've seen me change so much.
And likewise, you saw me become a mom and everything.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. And we were awkward for like the first
like 3 years.
maybe more of our friendship.
It was so weird.
But we were persistent. We're like, you know what? No, this is gonna work.
Because it was awkward, but it was kind of like
Comfort.
okay, yeah. Like, why were we like that?
I
It
don't
was
know.
So weird.
Sometimes
was
I
it
feel
me?
like we still have moments.
Yeah.
Not really,
Okay.
but very rare.
I don't know what that was. That was interesting.
I think we both have some awkward tendencies. Like I definitely do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do.
Yeah.
And I just ignore it.
What? I didn't even know that.
No, like if it ever does happen, which is
Okay.
rare, then I just
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
okay, next question. There's so many. What's my full name? We don't have to say that. When's your birthday? We know that. What's your zodiac sign? Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to us?
I don't know if
I
should
thought of
say
one,
it.
but you should say it.
Mine is more serious though.
Oh, is it? Is it mine? Is it something embarrassing I did?
When your mom went off on me. That's the most embarrassing thing.
Whoa, we should talk about it.
Really?
Why
No,
not?
I don't want to talk about your mom on the internet. No.
Okay, actually, no, that was crazy.
That's probably the most embarrassing thing.
No,
yeah. You literally were like, are you gonna take that? Like, you should just leave. I was like, okay.
I know. Then she left, and then it was like pouring rain out, and I ran after her in my socks.
I know. It was so cute.
And I was like, forget any of that ever happened. Like, you're the best. And that's all we'll say about that. I was thinking when I think you fell on the train or something, and I just pretended it didn't happen.
Bitch, you knew that happened? Was me? No.
Oh.
Wait.
I was like, wait, was it me or was it you? One
of
us fell on the train.
Fell. How did that happen? Oh my God.
I have no idea.
Okay, so we pulled up to the station and there was like a step, like it was like the seats and the step, and I was so tired. I had fallen asleep.
Yeah.
And I think we had drank a little bit too. Nothing crazy.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but I didn't realize there was a step, so I like just kept walking and I felt like
and it was our stop, so we just had to keep it moving. So, and my defense mechanism, if something embarrassing happens, is I just pretend.
Did you know I
happening.
fell? Because you told me you didn't know. You fucking liar.
I told you in the moment I didn't know, because then it would have.
You didn't even help me. Did you help me up? You did help me up, right?
I feel like I did. I would.
Bro, I got a bruise from that. I felt really bad. Like, when I tell you, I got up from the seat and just fell into the second, like the other aisle across. No. It was bad. Yeah.
Did you?
Yes. It just went right to the side.
Oof. Okay. Well, I did see that happen.
Wow. The truth comes out.
No. You know why though? Because I feel like if you pretend it's not happening, then it's not.
No, but it's fine. I mean, I was laughing. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think stuff like that is hilarious. But I'm also clumsy. I mean, I literally trip on nothing.
Yeah.
All the time. I do it at work. And then I'm just like, oh.
I'm dead. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know about you though. I don't really feel like you've had an embarrassing moment like that.
I feel like I have. We're just not thinking about it. I'm actually very awkward in real life.
Yeah.
No,
not really. Maybe I'm just as awkward, so I don't realize it. I don't know.
Quirky.
Yeah.
Whatever.
People love you for it.
I'm sure they know. They love me or they hate me for it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something we always do when we hang out?
Talk a lot.
Or
sometimes we don't talk at all. Sometimes we're just both on our phone the whole time.
Yeah, I love those hangout sessions.
Me too. They're needed. They're therapeutic. Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
I know. I'm gonna miss you so. I just thought about that. I'm like, you can't even come over to my new place.
I know.
I'm gonna get a nice couch.
I'm gonna come.
I know, but how often? Like, you're gonna take a 6-hour flight?
Realistically, I feel like it's gonna happen once a year.
Once a year only?
I mean, you want me to come over there multiple times a year? If I can afford it.
At least twice a year. At least twice. It's cheap to fly there.
Okay.
It's like going to DR. It's cheaper than going to DR.
I wouldn't mind it.
If you go twice a year and I go twice a year and we split it every 3 months. Like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's doable. That's digestible.
I'm going to be gone. Like, I'm going to be by myself too. It's not just you. Like, I'm going to be alone. Like, completely alone. You at least have Justin.
I know. But you'll have your kids. I think they'll be a great distraction. I also think you'll be learning a lot.
About myself?
About the community you're living in, the new job you're going to be working. You know, like there's a lot.
I have to make new friends. Do you know how daunting that is for me? You guys don't know, but I'm not a very outgoing person. But I can be. That's the thing.
You know, I was thinking, I'm like, you're kind of a serious gal.
Serious?
Yeah. You don't think you are?
What do you mean by that?
Mm, like you're very mellow. You mind your business. You're very intense sometimes.
You always say that. I don't know.
I just think you're very direct,
Yeah.
to the point, to your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes off as serious.
Yeah, I have been told before by people to lighten up, but also,
Yeah. I mean, fuck them.
yeah,
Especially if they're men.
no, they have been men, and honestly, no, if I don't think you're funny, I'm not going to laugh. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, men, but there's just something about men that just makes me feel like
Unsafe.
well, yes, unsafe. Not all men, of
Not all
course.
men.
But I don't know. I just feel off put often.
Yes. By men?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I saw something a long time ago, and it was like, if men weren't allowed to go out past a certain time, it would just feel so much safer. And it's so true. It's just hard being a girl.
It is. There's perks to it though, for sure.
There's perks to it. But men are creepy.
Yeah.
Like, there's a thin line between smooth and creepy.
Yeah? You think it's a thin line?
I think it's a thin line. I think you could
Hmm.
say one thing and it could be received, or you could say something slightly different and you're like, I'm creeped out. That's too much.
Honestly, just being nice sometimes is misinterpreted.
Yes. I'm not generalizing or anything, but
I don't
I'm
know. I'm not a
generalizing.
man, but I just feel like I just wonder because I feel like I like men, but I also really don't like men. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm attracted to men, but I don't like men. But I don't know. Honestly, I do wish that it could be more platonic because I think there's a lot to learn
Totally.
from being friends with someone of the opposite gender. Like,
Yeah.
you can learn a lot from men and them from women if you really value the friendship and you can get something out of it and it doesn't have to be weird like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, it sucks. And I think to your point about like men and like how they get introduced to romance or picking up on women, if you're in a hetero relationship, where does it come from?
Well, when I asked that question online, a lot of them said different things. Some of them said they learned from their mom or their sister. Some of them said they learned from men in their lives, not necessarily their fathers, but just men that had an influence.
Mm-hmm.
Others said they learned from TV.
Yeah.
Others said they learned from watching other men, which I don't think.
Well, let me ask
You know what I'm
you,
saying?
because I feel like you have sensuality to you,
Oh, thank you. I
which not
appreciate
all
that.
women do.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, are you born with it or do you learn that?
I think in my case, I genuinely don't try to be like that. I think that's just.
But you can snap into it. I've seen your love eyes before.
Really?
Yeah. I've been in your life for a long time, bro.
My love eyes. That's intriguing. I don't know. Do you know that I don't know if I'm conscious that I'm tapping into it. I might be because I'm feeling that person, but I don't know if in my mind I'm like, turn that shit on.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
well, when you get into that mode, when it's private, when it's just you and that person, you know how to like step into your sensuality. Like, that could be even like your alter ego split,
I feel like that's the essence of a woman, though.
Yeah.
Like, can't we all tap into that a little bit? Or
No,
you don't
I
think?
think some women genuinely don't. Like, it's either it's in you or it's not.
To be honest, something that helps me tap into that is moving my body. That helps me feel more like attuned with myself and more appreciative of myself.
Yeah.
So when I'm in those spaces, I'm like, okay, I'm in touch with my body now. So like, I don't know, like it's just like a, you know what I mean?
You
like
just,
I'm a
snap
woman.
into it.
Yeah. I think like dancing helps you feel like that, stretching, just anything that helps you connect with your body in a way that makes you feel confident. Even if it's yoga or even working out, just connect with yourself, with your body.
Totally.
What feels good, what doesn't feel good. Like,
What makes you feel good?
Yes, what makes you feel pretty too. Like you have to like observe your angles in the mirror. Like, okay, I know this is my angle. This might not be
this
that
is my
flattering.
side right here. Why y'all think I always record on this
Exactly.
side?
And
I know
you work
this
with
is
that. But honestly, really like stretch. Like stretch. Just stretch. That makes
Okay.
you feel so good. And
Yeah.
you gotta stretch your hips. Like open those hips up.
right.
Yes.
Oh my God. I've been making that a priority because I have a list. It's like 300 things that I want to accomplish before I die or that I want from God.
Okay.
Steve Harvey introduced this concept.
Okay.
And on that is to be more flexible by the end of the year. So I've been on my stretching journey because I've never been flexible.
I didn't know this
even
about
as
you.
a kid. I've never been flexible.
Okay.
So, you know.
Okay.
Something. Why did we bring that up?
I don't know. You were
sensuality.
Yes, you were trying to say that.
How do you learn to be sensual?
I don't know. I really think that has to do with just tapping into myself in the way that I said, because I can't say my mom is a very sensual person. I think she's a very feminine person.
She is.
But I've never seen her be sensual ever in my life. And it's almost like I feel like growing up being that way is almost a little bit like shunned. A little bit like,
really?
Yeah, like,
did your mom, like, when you were growing up and you were like, I have a boyfriend, was she like, did she shut you down, like you're too young for that? Because my mom was like, tell me about him. And what did you do?
I was very private about that.
Really?
My parents, even now, I'm very private about that. I don't feel comfortable.
OMG, girl.
I just, that was like a taboo, like a forbidden thing, like crushes, boyfriends, none of that.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your, and I know we are short on time because the camera's going to die. So what do you feel like introduced your,
my like
curiosity, sensuality, like what made it come to fruition? What was the like onset of it?
I don't know. It's just like a thing.
I feel like Dominican women are also spicy. Like when your aunts are all in a room, like I come on. Like, I don't know.
I feel like when I like someone, it's just an energy that I feel like I need to, I don't know. I'm very forward.
Yes.
And a little bit dominating. Like,
yeah.
If I want that, I'm going to go after it.
But who teaches that? That's what
I don't know. That's just my personality.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe, but maybe my mom is like that and I have no idea.
I feel like your mom is spicy in her own way.
She's definitely spicy.
And I love it.
Yeah, no, my mom is definitely spicy, but I've never seen her around men. Though.
Like I've definitely seen her. Like she's definitely checked me, but like in like a side eye check, clocked it, you know, kind of way. And I love that, and I feel like that can be sexy in its own way.
My mom. I feel like my mom attracts like the men who love to argue. Like, you know, there's men that thrive off of that energy.
Yeah.
I feel like Jamaican men specifically, I don't know why they just like.
Your mom is very dominant.
She is.
She's a boss.
Yeah, she is. But every boss likes to submit to someone.
Yeah.
I believe.
My mom likes to say that my stepdad thinks he's the boss, but she's the boss.
Yeah, I feel like that's usually how it goes, right?
You know?
Like the woman is like, what do they say about women?
You got to feed a man's ego.
Yeah.
You're really in control, but you got to feed a man's ego.
I think it's about give and take. I think it's about a balance, you know?
Yeah.
Because they feed our ego too. In a way.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Women love validation. They love attention.
I know. Reassurance. Adoration.
So much.
Yeah.
Men have to deal with so much.
I know. But so do women. I mean, again, it's a give and take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. We needed that shit. All right, guys. First of all, the camera stopped recording. Then we put it back on.
Then it stopped
recording again. I'm like, fuck. Oh, wait. Yeah, we were talking about sensuality and where it comes from.
Oh, yeah. What about you? Where does your sensuality come from?
I genuinely think it comes from being Dominican.
Okay.
Being in a room full of all of my aunts, my mom, and their attitudes, like they're just spicy, sassy, and like quick-witted, and
I think inappropriate. Like, I don't know if your family did a lot of inappropriate jokes amongst each other.
Yeah, they also are very touchy sometimes.
Very touchy.
Is your family like that? Like, do they like smack your butt and stuff?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's where it comes from. I don't know. I don't remember I watched porn a lot when I was little.
Oh my God.
It was on cable.
But I don't feel like porn teaches sensuality though. Do you?
Very slightly, I guess.
Like, I feel like it kind of is more performative. Like, it kind of teaches you how you should look or how it should feel or how you should sound.
It is more performative, but I would say like the batting lashes and
Oh, see, I think that porn is a really big problem for how a lot of men interpret women and their interactions with women.
yes.
Yeah. But I've heard crazy things because I know my ex, he used to work for this company where he used to have to go to people's houses, like door to door. He's done a few jobs like this. And he's told me crazy things like women would answer the door with only a robe on.
Yeah.
Or like they would walk around the house. He told me one time he was like working in a basement and the girl upstairs was walking around the house with only a t-shirt and no underwear.
Right. It's like, what do you think? Like,
and then he could like see up her t-shirt, obviously, because he was downstairs.
Yeah.
And she didn't care. But I have met a lot of men who don't just sleep around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hot.
You know what, though? I do think that, like, sleeping around comes with a lot of consequences, just like it does for women.
So many consequences.
Like, women get crazy. Like, if you put it down on the wrong person.
Oh, I was thinking STDs.
Well, yeah, of course. That too.
I was thinking like, well, it can get really crazy.
Yeah, it can. But like, I don't know. I have heard stories about women being weird too. It's not just men. But men are like notorious for it, I guess. Oh my God. Can this go on the internet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get canceled.
No, not at all.
I'm bashing men. I know everyone's gonna be talking shit about me on TikTok.
I think men
as
needs
usual
more self-awareness. I think the more conversations are had about how maybe their responses are inappropriate, I think.
You think so? I mean, this has been happening for centuries.
Right. And I think now is the time when men can be held accountable for some of their inappropriate
I don't
responses.
think so. I think women we're just looked at as less than.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think as long as we're looked at like that, we're just going to be treated as like, we're just going to be objectified. Yeah.
Right. But how can we make that so that maybe we're objectified, but it's safe though? Because that's the part where it's like we're objectified and we feel uncomfortable and it's unsafe. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I'm sorry, guys. It's just 3 a.m. No big deal.
And you have work tomorrow. Okay, let's close out.
Aw. That's so sad.
I know, but we've been recording for a very long
yap
time.
for hours.
I know.
Yay. Let's touch mics.
Okay. All right, guys. Love you so much. Happy to be back. Viv and I are going to try to record a few more episodes so that we get our last few talks on camera.
Why do you have to be like this?
Because it's the truth.
You're just ripping my heart out.
As if she's not the one who decided to move across
I
the
know,
country.
but it still hurts my heart. I cry about it. I stay up crying about it at night.
She's not being held against her will, guys. I promise it was her decision. Anyways, okay. I'll see you guys next time.
Well
see
then,
you next time.
On that note, see you soon.
Right, bye.
Bye.
The weather cold, the weather so chill, chilly, really penguin feather road. Cause I'm sipping